Hey guys, it's David from hackhollywood.com, and I just want to give you an idea of where the bar is set in professional acting, because I think a lot of people when they start out, and I was the same, I had no idea what it was really like to be an actor. I mean, I could see what was going on TV and film, and it looked really easy, right? I just copied Brad Pitt's lines there. I just copied John Gielgud's lines. I can do that. So I think there's a huge information gap between what's really going on in the acting world and what students of acting think is going on, just because they really have nobody to tell them the truth. So I don't know, I guess I'm going to let out some dirty little industry secrets because that's kind of what I do. Hence, Hack Hollywood. So let's talk a little bit about the bar. Where's the bar set? For you beginners out there, for people that are thinking about moving to Hollywood, thinking about starting to take acting classes, maybe you're auditioning already and you don't know how you're doing because nobody's giving you any feedback. How do I put this? Well, I would say, like any other profession, especially a profession that's in demand, that's highly regarded and that a lot of people want to get into, the bar is set incredibly high. And I'm telling you that to do you a favor, because a lot of people, they come out to Hollywood and they think it looks easy, so they don't really put in a lot of effort. They might do a lot of networking and meeting people, and they'll tell you, oh yeah, I just met so-and-so and I met so-and-so and I work at this bar, and you know, Bernie Brillstein's gonna make me an offer. They're going to send me for an audition to Saturday Night Live. I actually heard that story from someone who was one of the least trained actors and had the least life experience. I mean, a total noob, not as an actor, but as a human being, okay? Like, in an improv class, all they could do was play video games. Like, that's their only improvisation was, they're like a typical teenager. Oh my God, like, wow, like, okay, so that's where they were at, and they thought that Bernie Brillstein was going to fly her to New York to meet Lauren, Lauren Michaels, the head guy of Saturday Night Live. And I was just thinking, oh my God, this guy just wants to get in your pants because you don't have any talent, okay? Not only, I don't want to diss this poor person, okay? But let's just say the bar is very high. Okay, so you need to work really hard at what you're doing. You have to learn how to memorize like crazy. You have to learn how to analyze material to the nth degree so that you can completely captivate a character inside of you that you've never heard of before, and that every single moment counts, like it's a real moment. That's how good you have to be, even better than that. And then you have to be unique, and you have to have a unique personality, and you have to be willing to release all that personality to a bunch of strangers that you've never seen before, and they're going to be tapping on their Blackberries and eating sandwiches while you are exposing your soul, okay? So I'm just telling you this because once you've done all that stuff, it's really not that bad. You just think this is acting. I'm here, okay? I know what it's like. I know what I'm going to do. I have to expose my soul to people who have seen 1,000 other people this week do the same thing. So the competition is incredibly intense, obviously, but I just know that that's the case, and I also know that I better do a really good, incredible job, or they'll never even call me back again. Not that I just won't book the job, they will never see me again, because why waste their time with someone who doesn't dedicate 100% of themselves to something? So guys, I just want you to know that this is a serious business, it's a serious profession, it's not a joke. You can do it as a joke, and even in stand-up comedy is the same thing, even though that's comedy. Those guys work their asses off, okay? All day long they're writing ideas on paper, they're practicing them with their buddies, they're practicing the stuff with their managers, their agents, whoever will listen. And you have to have that almost insane mentality of that you're going to keep going until until you accomplish your goals, or you're not going to accomplish your goals. So no time limits, no restrictions on the effort you put in, and be ready to expose your soul and learn like crazy. Okay, so I guess the point is the bar is set very high, and don't bother trying to do auditions until people are already telling you you're a fantastic actor. And even when you think you're a fantastic actor, like when I thought I was a fantastic actor, I did this master's class, and people were weeping and all that stuff, and it was the best thing I'd ever done, but I had prepared for it for like 3 weeks. You have sometimes 6 hours to prepare for an audition, and you have to be that good, okay? So after I did my big performance, I thought, oh, well, I'm now going to go into acting. Okay, I was struggling with memorizing 3 lines and being completely present. And that's just where I was. Some of you may not be there. Some of you may just, go in and find it maybe somewhat easy. I don't know. But I'm just telling you, for the most part, don't go by the exceptions. Don't go by the, the Dakota Fannings, the Drew Barrymores, the people that just are just naturals, because most people aren't naturals, and even the naturals have to work hard. You have to work hard regardless. So don't go by the exceptions, go by the bell curve, okay? Most people are somewhere in here. Okay, this is like 95% of the people, and then it flattens out, and then there's like 3% of the people that are out here in the curve, the flat part of the curve. Okay? So there it is. Work hard, commit to it. If you don't commit, it's probably not going to happen. You have to be willing to commit to doing it as long as it takes. And I tell you, it's a big personal sacrifice. If you don't have a wife and kids, or a husband and kids, and you think you're going to have one, moving to Hollywood is not going to get you closer to that goal. Anyway, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but just be prepared. This is a very competitive business, and it's like any other competitive business. You have to work your butt off to succeed. And that's all I'm going to say. All right, we'll see you on the other side.